Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. I thought I'd bring you along with me today. Today I'm just sewing some strips together to make another one of the baby quilts. But this one's not really going to be a baby quilt. I'm just sewing some of my strips together because I have a lot of these packs that I hauled in a Walmart video a long time ago here on my channel. Some came from Walmart, some came from Tuesday Morning. Let's see, these ones came from Walmart too. So I have these, 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 and I also have these, along with a Paris jelly roll. This jelly roll came from Walmart, and I think I have another one. I have two of these. So I'm just going to sew strips together. I still have some of these. These are the strips that I'm sewing together. And I still have some of these, but these I'm going to use for my binding, to bind the quilt. So these are going to be red work quilts, just like the other one. So they're just going to have colors from the fabric. Like this one will have blues and grays. This one's going to have a multitude of color. Probably I won't make any black flowers or black roses or whatever for this one. And this one either. This will probably only have oranges, greens, grays, and green, orange, gray. Yeah, that's probably all this one will have. This one will have gold, gray, orange, white, maybe. So we'll see. This one will have a rainbow. This one will have pinks, grays, pink, gray, and white, probably no black. I might get a different color background to do this one. And then this one will have a multitude of color. So I'm just sewing some more of the strips together. And all of the strips, when I get them, when I'm making a baby blanket like this, I take the strips, they're the full width, but I cut them in half. So I'm only using half. And I think I can get like 3 blocks out of each. 3 blocks out of each strip. And so then I'll do 9 strips, 9 sets of strips to give me 18 blocks, because I like to do about 18. And then I also already have one of the quilts done, because I finished the one for Emery. That one is totally done. And then I have this one for my granddaughter that I need to finish complete. And this one's a little bit bigger, because this one was started in 2017 when her mom was pregnant with her, and her birthday is coming up and she's going to be 8 years old. So I figured I'd go ahead and finish it up. This is for my granddaughter. I'll finish it up, and then I will sandwich it and have it ready for her birthday, hopefully. And then I'm hoping by her birthday I can have 2 more done. So even though it's her birthday, I'll give her sisters their quilts too, because I didn't give the girls anything for Christmas. I had just came back from Virginia, had a lot going on, and so I want to finish that. So I thought I'd just bring you along while I sew some of these blocks together, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like once I cut them apart, when I start cutting them apart to cut them into the blocks. Because I decided I'm just going to make rail fences. And I'm just going to make a bunch of little quilts because I've had this fabric in my stash for so long. And I just need to use it up. So if I decide I want to make a bigger quilt, I can do that as well. Because even though I have those packs right there in the closet over there, there is probably 5 or 6 more packs of certain ones and 2 or 3 more packs of others. So I have quite a bit of those strips. So I'm sewing on my Baby Lock Allure, and I've had this machine since, I want to say 2003, I think, is when my husband bought this machine. And she's a workhorse. And I have several sewing machines. She is one of the ones that I got brand spanking new, besides those 2 little brother machines that I got from Walmart. This is the only other machine that I got that was brand new in the box. Wasn't used machine. Every other machine that I have has been a used machine, which is okay, because they've all worked, and I still have all of them. And the one that I gave away that I bought used, my friend, she still uses it to this day. So don't frown on a used machine if you know a good replicable person that's selling it. And the one that I had, where I got it from, it was a good place to get a machine from. The guy was really good, and he'll still work on it to this day. So I'm going to continue to sew these blocks until they are all complete, and then I will cut them apart and set them to the side. And because I know what size quilt that I'm going to make, I'll also go ahead and sew the binding and do it like I did here, and just put it on the towel holder. And this is the leftover binding from the first quilt, but I think I'm going to add it to this. And I probably don't need it, but I'm going to add it to this anyway. So when it's all said and done, I'll just have one piece, and then I can use it for other stuff later on. So that's all I'm doing today. So I'm going to let you go, and I'll come back when I cut these apart. When I cut these blocks apart, and I'll show you what that looks like. So thanks for joining me today. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye-bye. Right now I'm pressing the blocks after I have sewn the strips together. So they're just all sewn together. And then the seams I usually just press in one direction, in whatever direction they want to lay. So usually, since they're going this way, I'll just pick up my iron. And my iron does have steam, so steam is a preference. So if you like steam, use it. If you don't, don't. But I just kind of go in one direction. I just go in one direction. And I just press the streams. I just pull a little bit. I don't pull tightly. I just tug a little bit just to get my seam. So if you can see, all my seams are going in one direction. They're all going this way. So then I'll just turn it over. So when I use my iron, I can just move my iron this way so it can be, just get all the seams. Continue to press them flat. And this little thing right here, I just got this at Target years ago. And I have it on like a little rug that I got from the Dollar Tree so it won't warp my mat underneath. So that's a set that is now nice and flat and pressed. I have one more set to press. The seams are just kind of like not pressed yet, so I'm just gonna sit it down. And I like to do the side that's even. So usually I start at the side with the salvage. So I'm just gonna take my iron and I'm gonna press it all this way. So I'm gonna press them. Just tugging a little bit. Then I'll turn it over. And since all my seams are going in one direction, I'll just continue to press in that direction. And now I have flat seams. So I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when I cut them apart. Okay, so I've cut up some of the blocks. So I have some blocks right here. And I have two left that I'm going to show you how I cut these two. So I'm going to put the camera down. And I like to start with the straight edge. And my mat is 1 inch to 22 inches. So I put it all the way at the edge of the mat.
Unknown caller.
All the way at the edge of the mat. And then I take my ruler and I go on the other side. If I had my turnable mat, I would just turn it, but I don't have my turnable mat. So I'm just gonna go, and I'm gonna go, there's like about a 1/2 inch on this side that is nothing. That's not starting at the 1. So I'm just gonna go at that 0 point and cut off that edge right there. This is waste. Throw that in the trash. Then I'm just going to walk back around on this side, get more steps in. Plus, my ruler is already 6.5 inches. And when I finish my embroidery block, the square starts out at 8 inches. And then I embroider, and then I use a ruler and cut it down to 6.5 inches. So this is 6.5 inches. So my ruler is perfect for this. And then once I cut out, once I'm at 0, I just cut, raise it up, take those ones out, put my ruler back on the edge, line up all my lines, and just cut again. Like I said, I'll get 6 blocks out of every strip. So now I have all my blocks. Now I'll take this, and if I have enough, I'll cut 2 inches. And then I'll have a 3x2 piece, and I'll cut them apart, and all the ones that are good I'll keep, and the ones that are not I'll toss, or I use for a lead for sewing when I need to put a sewing machine. Like, these are not going to all be the same. So close my rotary cutter. So like this one, I'll be able to use this one, but this one I won't be able to use. So I'll take this one off, and I'll take this one off because if you can see, they're not tall enough. It's cut off. So I'll put this with these. When I'm done with all the blocks, I'll just put all those to the side. This is trash. So, and then what I was just in case somebody didn't understand what it meant when I said that I only use half of the strip. This is half of the strip. That's, this one is half already because I used that. But this is the whole strip. So this is the whole strip. So when I get them, even when I'm doing my binding, so I'll have more color, I will, let's see, my scissors over here. Oh, I just use my rotary cutter. I'll take it and I'll just cut it in half. So I'll have two pieces instead of one. So all of them will get cut into half, and then I'll use what I need for binding. So my blocks are going to be 6.5 inches, and I usually go 6 by 6. So the quilt this way is usually about 40 inches. The quilt this way is usually about 40 inches. So I need 40 inches of binding all the way around. So that's 4, 8, 12, 6, 16. So I need about 160 inches of binding. And then I'll add probably 2 or 3 more strips on just to make sure I have enough. And then I will just save the rest for other projects because they're 2.5 inch strips and I can use them for something. So I'm just going to cut all these apart. So this is like, I consider this, because I'm going to cut off the salvages, so I'll consider this like 20 inches, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So I'll sew all of these together for my, I'll have just enough of these left over for my binding. Because this pack of strips only had, I think, 14 strips in it. Let me see. I think it only had 14. This is the strips that I'm using, and these did come from Tuesday morning. Paid $3.49 for these, and this one was, it only has 14 strips, but it has 7 different designs in it, so that's pretty good, 7 different fabrics. Whereas these ones have 5 designs, 4 of each, but this one has 20 strips in it. I think this one, yeah, 20 pieces. This one says it has 20 pieces, but this one only has 14 pieces. And this is just enough to make the quilt that I'm making, and this is more than enough. So I'll come back and show you the next step. All right, bye-bye. Just cutting out the salvages so I can make my binding. I'm going to make the binding strip right now. And now that I've cut off my salvage pieces, I'm just going to take any 2 pieces, long as they're not the same, and I am going to sew them together with a 1/4 inch or a little bit more. This time, a 1/4 inch on this machine is 6.5. And now I'm going to be sewing this with a 6.0 and a 2.5 stitch length. And I'm just going to sew them straight across. I'm not going to even, usually I do my binding a little bit different, but this time I'm just doing it the easy way. So then I'll just take the next one. This one is kind of like funny looking. Okay, this is the right way. Just going to make sure that it's not twisted. And then I'll just take the next one and I'll just keep sewing them. As long as I'm not sewing the same one together, it'll be okay. And then I'm going to keep sewing. Take a different one. And I'm going to sew all these ones that I cut cut the salvage off and all the leftover strips. And I'm sewing half. I cut them in half and I'm sewing them. So if you want to see what they look like, scissors, cut, because I'm chain piecing them, so I'm going to cut them apart at the chain part. And so this is what they'll look like. And now since I cut that apart, I'm just going to restart with this one. And I'll just take any fabric. This one I have to just make sure because this one looks, the dots, you got to make sure you get the right side. Okay, so this is the right side. I'm just going to put the right sides together. Sew across. This was my last one, so I'm going to turn it right side up. Put the next piece on it, right side together. And I'm going to turn this piece up. I'm going to turn it right side up. Put the next piece on it. I want this one next. Right sides up. Sew it together. Flip this one up, right sides together. This one up, right side together, last one. Then I'll cut these apart. And then we have the continuation of our pieces, all right sides together. So then the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and I am going to press all of the little seams. I can press them all down, or if I want to, I can press them all open. Usually I just press them all down to make it easier. And then once I get them all pressed down, I will take it and I will fold it in half like this, and then I will press it all the way down. I will press it, just keep folding it and press it and press it until it looks like, this. Like you can see on this one, I did not open the seams. I just pressed them to the side. And when I'm quilting, it doesn't hurt it or anything like that. So then there we go. And then here's another seam where I joined two together and I just pressed it down. And then you can see it was straight. I took it and I just pressed it in half all the way down. I pressed it in half all the way down. And I just took it and put it on a roll. Rolled it onto a tissue roll, not tissue, but a paper towel roll till I was ready to use it. That way, when I'm ready to use it, I know exactly where it is, and I just stick a pin in it to keep it together. So while I'm at it, I might as well go ahead and, like I said, I was going to add this to this. So let me do that right now while I'm at the machine. Then that way I won't have to add this later or have this little piece hanging out somewhere. It'll be together with this one. And since it's only one, I'll probably just go ahead and finger press it. Just turn it over, finger press it. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just finger pressing it. And then I'll just keep them together. And then they're put together. So that's all this quilt is going to entail for right now. Well, all the other quilt, I'm going to press it, and then I'm going to add it to this. I'm going to press this one and add it to here. And then the blocks are not quilted yet. The blocks are not embroidered yet. So that will be my next step, to embroider some blocks. But I'm going to make a lot more. I'm going to do some more of the. I'm going to do some more of the rail fences. These are called rail fence blocks. These are called rail fence blocks. So I'm going to do, because it goes so fast, so I'm going to do more of those before I do the embroidery, because I have, that way it'll free up this machine, because this is an embroidery sewing combo, and then I have 2 other sewing embroidery combos in my other room. That way I'll have 3 machines embroidering at one time. So if I think I lost one of my foot pedals, so I have to find the other foot pedal. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. God bless. You have an awesome and an amazing day. And don't forget to go and watch parts 1 and parts 2 to see the completed process. And then when I get the blocks embroidered, I'll come back and I'll show the completed project, because you know I always show you my completed projects. So I'll come back and I'll show the completed project when it's all set and done. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.